I met Toby when he came on our BTEC Level 3 in Sport programme at Merchants Academy. I was his football coach and he was taught by the staff at Merchants. As soon as he came on, you could tell he was a really sort of confident chap, really kind of sure of himself, got along with everyone, brought everyone together, and then that was part of the reasons why we kind of eventually made him captain.
I knew Toby. I interacted with him when we went out to Portugal on one of our student trips, and I actually sat in a hospital with him for 4 hours while he had a sprained ankle looked at. And I think everyone would say that he's just the heart and soul of a session. His personality would always shine through. He'd have time for everyone, and he was just a great character to have around the place.
Toby was a brilliant friend of mine, really, really good friend of mine. Great lad, always there when you needed him. So happy, so bubbly, so out there, brilliant footballer, just a brilliant guy.
Just over a year ago, Toby did sadly die by suicide. It had a profound effect on both his family, his friends, who he was very close to obviously, but it also had a really big effect on those working with him within the foundation and at Merchants Academy.
I think we all go through kind of mental health training, safeguarding training, and you kind of try and look out for these signs, but sometimes when it comes so unexpectedly, it starts having to run through your head going, did I do everything I can? Did we do everything? Could we have done more? And obviously that's quite a kind of difficult process to go through as an individual. I think the message to someone who's thinking of taking their own life is quite a simple but complex one. I think it's just the old saying of a problem shared is a problem halved. I think talking to someone, you never know what piece of advice might sort of trigger. Share as much as you can, whatever you feel comfortable with, because you never know who else might have been on that road or felt similarly and can share a kind of bit of advice or a tip that can just sort of click for you.
Through permission of working with Toby's family, we want to make sure that we're raising awareness of suicide prevention, and that, you know, no matter your background, your gender, you should be able to come and talk to someone about how you're feeling, and it's really important that we raise that awareness. On reflection and, you know, speaking to people who knew Toby, there were signs there that, you know, he was withdrawn from certain things. He did have a change in personality, and I think it's things that people don't automatically think will lead to suicide, and that's why I think it's really important that when people are trying to speak out, that people do listen, as well as it being important to actually talk about people's feelings and themselves.
I think we can all help prevent suicide by kind of educating ourselves on the main possible warning signs, but also on how maybe our language and our behaviours can affect people. If we're all more aware of what might happen and follow somebody opening up or just pulling us for a chat and saying something, then hopefully we can help people earlier, because it might be that's them reaching out. They might not ask the direct question, but if we can educate ourselves and just make ourselves more aware of what those kind of early warning signs might be, then I think hopefully we can help more people.